Top 10 worst pickup trucks ever made. These are the rigs that promised to haul your dreams, but ended up towing nothing but trouble. From rusty frames to engines that coughed and sputtered, these flops left owners stranded and brands embarrassed. Whether you're a gearhead or just love a good car crash story, stick around for some jaw-dropping fails. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's roll into the messiest pickups ever to hit the road. Chevy Love 1972. The Chevy Love rolled out in '72 looking like America's answer to compact Japanese trucks. Cute, boxy, and marketed as a fuel-sipping workhorse, it had farmers and small business owners drooling. But oh boy, did it disappoint. The 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine was so underpowered it could barely haul a lawnmower, let alone a full load. Handling? Like wrestling a wet noodle. The chassis flexed under pressure, and the cab's insulation was so thin you'd hear every pebble on the road. Rust was a death sentence, eating frames in just a few winters. GM's attempt to compete with Datsun flopped hard, and the LUV became a forgotten footnote. Legacy? A rusty relic best left in the scrap heap. Dodge Rampage 1982. The Dodge Rampage looked like a sporty little pickup that could zip around town and still carry your gear. Its car-based platform, borrowed from the Dodge Omni, promised efficiency and style. But reality hit like a sledgehammer. The 2.2-liter four-cylinder churned out a measly 84 horsepower, making towing a pipe dream. The front-wheel drive setup was a head-scratcher for truck fans, and the suspension buckled under moderate loads. Electrical gremlins plagued the cab, with gauges flickering like a haunted dashboard. Dodge's attempt to reinvent the compact truck market tanked, and sales were dismal. Legacy, a quirky misstep that Dodge would rather forget. Subaru Baja 2003. The Subaru Baja was a bold experiment, a car-truck hybrid with a quirky open bed and all-wheel drive. It looked like a rally-ready Outback ready to conquer the trails. But its 2.5-liter boxer engine was gutless, barely managing 165 horsepower, and towing capacity was a laughable 2,400 pounds. The tiny bed couldn't fit much more than a weekend's worth of camping gear. Interior plastics felt like they came from a dollar store, and the ride was jarring on rough roads. Subaru's niche gamble confused buyers and flopped hard, with only a few die-hard fans keeping it alive. Legacy, a weird, underpowered oddity that's now a cult classic. Chevy SSR 2003. The Chevy SSR was a retro-cool convertible pickup that screamed, "Look at me." With its hot rod styling and sleek lines, it turned heads at every stoplight. But under the hood, the 5.3-liter V8, later upgraded to 6.0 liters, was paired with a sluggish 4-speed automatic that dulled performance. The tiny bed was useless for real work, and the suspension was so stiff it felt like riding a jackhammer. Build quality was shoddy, with rattles and leaks galore. Priced like a luxury truck, it alienated buyers who wanted actual utility. Chevy's bold experiment crashed, burning GM's reputation. Legacy, a flashy failure that's more show than go. Hummer H2 SUT 2005. The Hummer H2 SUT was the ultimate flex, big, bold, and dripping with military swagger. It promised off-road dominance and luxury hauling, but its 6.0-liter V8 guzzled gas like a frat boy at a keg party, averaging 10 miles per gallon. The tiny bed was a joke for a truck this size, and the heavy chassis made handling feel like steering a battleship. Maintenance costs were astronomical, with complex electronics failing left and right. The H2 SUT's impracticality and thirst for fuel made it a symbol of excess, tanking Hummer's image during the gas crisis. Legacy, a gas-guzzling dinosaur that roared and then faded away. Dodge Dakota 1987. The Dodge Dakota was a pioneer in the mid-sized truck game, with rugged looks and a promise of versatility. But early models were a nightmare. The 3.9-liter V6 and 5.2-liter V8 suffered from oil leaks and overheating, while transmissions failed before 100,000 miles. Rust devoured frames in cold climates, and the suspension was so shaky it felt like driving on a trampoline. Poor build quality, think cracking dashboards and peeling paint, frustrated owners. Dodge's reputation took a hit as buyers fled to more reliable rivals like the Toyota Tacoma. Legacy, a rusty, underpowered letdown that Dodge had to overhaul. GMC Cyclone 1991. The GMC Cyclone was a beast on paper, a turbocharged pickup that could outrun sports cars with its 4.3-liter V6 pumping out 280 horsepower. It looked like a street racer's dream, but the real world wasn't so kind. The turbo system was prone to lag and failure, and the all-wheel drive setup added weight that strained the chassis. Build quality was subpar, with interiors falling apart and electronics fritzing out. Maintenance was a wallet-draining nightmare, and parts were hard to come by. GMC's high-performance gamble fizzled, leaving owners with a cool but costly relic. Legacy, a fast but fragile experiment that's now a collector's headache. Ford Explorer Sport Trac 2001. The Ford Explorer Sport Trac tried to blend SUV comfort with pickup utility, boasting a sleek design and a comfy cabin. It seemed perfect for suburban dads who wanted to haul kayaks and still look cool. But the 4.0-liter V6 was underpowered for towing, and the optional 4.6-liter V8 drank fuel like it was free. The frame flexed under heavy loads, and the suspension delivered a bouncy, unsettled ride. Interior materials wore out fast, and electrical issues, like faulty power windows, were common. Ford's hybrid truck concept never caught on, and sales lagged. Legacy, a half-baked idea that couldn't compete with real trucks. Jeep Gladiator 2020. The 2020 Jeep Gladiator looked like a Wrangler with a bed, rugged, iconic, and ready to tackle any trail. Off-road fans were hyped, but reliability tanked with a Consumer Reports score of 15 out of 100. The 3.6-liter V6 had power, but was plagued by drive system failures, from faulty differentials to shaky transmissions. Suspension issues made highway driving wobbly, and electrical gremlins haunted the cabin. The high price tag didn't match the cheap interior plastics. Jeep's first pickup in decades stumbled, hurting its reputation among truck buyers. Legacy, a trail-ready dream that's a shop-bound nightmare. Whew, what a lineup of automotive disasters. From rust buckets to gas-guzzling flops, these trucks prove that even the toughest-looking rigs can be total duds. Which one shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments below and let's hear your own horror stories about bad trucks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Gearhead content. Up next, we're diving into the best trucks that actually deliver. Stay tuned.